had trouble getting started on this shearing video. I came home from Moab and got a sinus infection and was sick, so that slowed me down. But I'm on track, and then I made it, and I thought, well, showing a whole stretch of one sheep being shorn was kind of long, and you might get bored with watching it because, yes, he is a careful shearer. He does a good job, but I just figured it would be too long. So I'm changing things up. I'm shortening that, and my friend sheep farm. My friend gets a shearer that's gentle with the sheep because some places where there's huge amounts of sheep to shear, they have to go fast and the sheep get nicked up a lot. Well, she doesn't want that. So he is careful, does a good job. She had 67 sheep over a 2-day period to be shorn, and it just opened my eyes. I had no idea how much work goes into sheep shearing and handling them, and because it was misting and rainy, they had to take precaution. They didn't want the wool to be wet on the day of shearing, so they had to be put in the barn the night before, those that were out in the open. And just a great learning experience. I learned that sheep are very intelligent, they have good memories, recognition skills, they're friendly, they build friendships, and they'll defend one another. I never knew all this. I didn't know much about sheep because I've never been around them. My grandpa had sheep, but we were never out around the animals. So I hope you enjoy this. Put in the comments anything you'd like to see in the future or questions you had about this experience. Have a good day. I was excited to go. The weather wasn't real conducive. It was misting and sprinkling. They had to change the sheep around and put them in the barn the night before. Early this morning, they brought out to these pens, and they all are acting kind of funny because they know something's up. They don't know what, but something's up. And they wanted to keep the wool dry for the shearing. So it was misting and sprinkling, but mostly just high humidity and not a very pretty day. This is a shearer that is brought in for the job, and he's brought in because he does a more gentle job. He's not doing 500 sheep or 1,000 over a period of time. He's doing 67 in 2 days, so they don't want to nick the sheep if possible. It does happen some, but in this case, he's doing a really good job of being careful with the sheep. I went to Moab on a Wednesday before the Denver area was supposed to get a really, really big snowstorm, and I was worried that I was going to get caught in it in the mountains, but I made it through. But at my house, Wednesday night and all day Thursday into Friday, it snowed 18 or 19 inches at my house. So Moab didn't get the snow, but they did have sprinkles, some light rain. Most places wouldn't call the sprinkles they get rain, because they don't get very much precipitation each year. When I got to motel in Moab, I turned on the heat And something came out of that heater that was not very clean and got me all congested, so I didn't feel very good when I was over there. Even 3 kinds of allergy medicine didn't help me. But I was so excited to get over there and see the shearing, and it's a once a year opportunity. I just had to do it. And I'm very glad I did. Now this sheep is done, so they're going to pick up that big mess of the wool that came right off of that one sheep. Then the other guys take it over there and they vaccinate it and put a mark on showing that it was done, and verify the number with a lady that's keeping track of the numbers on the sheep by sheep. And then it's going to be turned loose to go out with its buddies of the other shorn sheep.
Next.
Now you're going to see a sheep from start to finish. This, you can see how the guys, they're pretty big. The guys go carried in. These are all fairly pregnant, right? And once sheep have been through this, they're more docile after they know the process from one year to the next.
When we are split from her not being pregnant. Oh. She was the one.
This is a churro sheep they just brought in. Really long hair. This one looks like it's been through it for a few times and it's pretty docile. I'm not going to put the whole 8 minutes of this on because it takes quite a while to shear this one. You can see the first thing he's starting to do, he gets the belly hair out of the way first. Here's the barn. Last night the sheep were in the barn, all penned up, all of them, except for the rams. And today they've set up tables for the first cleaning of the wool. They pick out the biggest pieces of dirt. You can see what a gray day it was. I think it was misting right now when I was out here doing this. But the guanaco, if the sheep come down here, she's following them because it's a female. And she keeps going back and forth. She's, like I said before, she's very nervous all day long. Nothing's the same as it had been the day before. And I bet she was very glad that this day would be over. This is a wolf in sheep's clothing, and there's more of them ever out there in our world. They're all after seniors' money. Not only just seniors, but everybody's money, so be careful.